was born in Virginia, moved to Kansas when I was about 11 or so. We moved to Junction City and then Clay Center and then Manhattan. My dad used to take me to the museums in New York, and I remember looking at Frida's work and being really influenced by that, especially because of her, the power that she was able to capture in her paintings. I went to City Ed School when I was living in New York, which is like the same school that Basquiat went to. You can see it in his little documentary, The Radiant Child. And so I went there and I worked for this party planning place, and I would make murals and that sort of thing for like record release parties for Motown, and just living in New York was a good time. Yeah, I didn't actually graduate high school. I got a GED, and then I went to K-State after I had kind of bounced around. And my mother was like, you could go to K-State, take a few classes, and get your degree in criminal justice. But since I always had artistic practice, even when I was washing dishes, I still made myself come home and draw for 5 hours every evening. So that was important to me. So that's when I decided to go to K-State for art. My dad paid for me to have some classes in the New York Artists Academy, I think it is, figure painting class when I was about 16. And, he bought me the oil paints and that sort of stuff. And then when I got there was a nude model. And so I got really freaked out, and I was like, I don't want to do that. So that was my first foray into oil painting. And so I gave up on that for quite a while. And then the next time I picked it up was in Barbara Waterman Peters' oil painting class, and then I just never looked back after that. A lot of the European art is just the person just sitting there, And once I kind of let go of the fact that I needed to use photography for references, I always thought it was like, that I would paint the person as if I were painting them from life, and so that's kind of why they have like this distant look on their face. It's more of a cultural thing that, it's like precious moments or something. And, that might be part of why they seem distant too, because I'm trying to give them their own identity and not just as a prop for their parents. It's called Traffic, and it's sort of the original car picture that I painted the two of them. And then I painted more because, in Kansas, you're always in the car. And them being young women, they have powerful personalities, and I like the idea of women sort of sticking up for themselves pictorially. My son's playing on his iPad in that painting, and it's pretty loose, and it's just kind of like slapped on there, and it's just taking something that's sacred and kind of subverting a little bit. So my big goal in life was that I'd be as good of a painter as Aang. I really wanted to be like that. So good at painting that it seems magical, the folds of the fabric and all that stuff. The way I look at it is everybody is different. Every person that's born is different. Their experiences are different. So how can you say that this figurative work has been done before because it's of somebody that's completely different? Isn't that value in itself? I'll do a bunch of work, and I can make 10 paintings in 3 months, and then I'm burnt out of painting the figure for a little while, or I might want to paint the figure in a different way, and so I kind of draw some of that surrealist influence, so I sort of vacillate between figurative work and more surrealist work, and right now I'm in the surrealist moment, and I could say, this is the only thing I'm going to ever do forever and ever, but then I just turn around and do figures again. So it goes back and forth. When I was younger, any distraction that came my way, I'd be like, ooh, you know what? I think I'm going to make toys for a living, or I think I'm going to build dollhouses, or I think I'm going to do this or that or the other thing. And it's super fun, but it also takes away from my 2D work, and I really don't have enough energy to go in all these different directions. I teach painting, drawing, art appreciation. This semester I'm teaching 2D design. I think I'll be teaching 2D design every semester for the foreseeable future. and figure drawing. So